Hi, I'm Alessio Favaretto and welcome to this webinar. You must know that I created BEA HERO while I was looking for simple ways to achieve my goals in life, often the dreams that we no longer believe they can become possible. So what do? We stop trying, we give up, and go on living miserable lives, because as most people believe, you cannot earn money by doing what you love. So I decided that it's time to end this way of thinking and this way of living. And I hope that for you too, it is now the right time to make a shift in your life, to take responsibility, find your purpose, and give a meaning to your life. I don't want to sound philosophical, but think about it. People's dreams is what changed the world throughout centuries. They are the cause of our progress today. So if it is something worth living for, it comes down to one word: dreams. In fact, we never stop dreaming as we grow older. What we do is we stop believing. So I promise you that by the end of this webinar, you will have not only a way to generate income online, you will also have the tools to achieve your full potential, to free your time and do what you love the most. So I hope you find here what you've been looking for, and it's my privilege to be able to serve you. You must know that BEA HERO offers two main components: an online income formula, also called the Facebook effect, which is the main purpose of this webinar, and also offers a personal development coaching program. We call it the Hero Life Master. The reason why I brought this up is because you must acquire the right attitude and kind of mindset to succeed. So I put together this self-coaching program to empower you more than you can imagine, and guess what? It's completely free. 28 days of training about all aspects of life, audios and videos from the best speakers in the world, from Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Dennis Waitley, Napoleon Hill, Robert Kiyosaki. A tool that you can access from your phone to make you invincible. If you have noticed, the BEA HERO logo resembles the shape of a gladiator helmet. Why? Before you can achieve your full potential, as every hero, you must conquer your fears, your beliefs. And this BEA HERO helmet is there to protect you and guide you on the way. I call it the hero journey. Speaking about protection, here you can cross-check BEA HERO trademark and business registration. It's important that when you listen to any business webinar online, you identified who you're dealing with. We also have a Facebook page and two YouTube channels, one for the Hero Life Master, blue logo, and one for our lifestyle adventures, the orange logo. So, why are you here? What you see in this slide are some of the main reasons people seek other ways to generate income, particularly online. I don't know what your main drive is, but here is what you will be learning today. I'm going to demonstrate you a formula on how you don't need to work another day in your life. Let's call it the millionaire path. That's our target. Then I'm going to show you how it can be done part-time or even casual. Also, you will receive a 30 days 100% money back guaranteed from the day you join, and 90% money back guarantee after the 30 days. And you can be receiving your first paycheck after just 2 weeks. Sound impossible, does it? Well, I'll tell you a story. For many decades, doctors and very intelligent people had suggested it was physically impossible for men to run a mile under 4 minutes. But then, what happened? In 1952, a man, an athlete, Roger Bannister, broke this physiological barrier. And since then, many others soon followed. Hundreds of people have done it, including high school kids. So, let's leave possible, impossible to science while you and I focus on the millionaire path, shall we? Which, by the way, let me ask you something that will help your belief. Do you know how many millionaires are created every year? If you do a simple research, this is what you will discover. In USA alone, a new millionaire is created every 51 seconds. In Australia, where I am, one new millionaire every 5 hours. And in China, there is one new millionaire every 2.3 seconds. So, I hope this information can help bring down your physiological barrier. Now, if this was a job interview, which are the three main questions you will ask the manager? Think about it. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? How much money will you pay me? Of course. How much time, energy, efforts will it cost me? Will be another question. Then you will ask, what is that you have to do? After that, your manager will describe your duties, and you will ask yourself, okay, can I do this? Then, if you're happy about the offer, the last question you'll ask will be, Can I trust this manager? Can I trust this company? Can I trust you? If there is no trust, we're not going anywhere. So, let me answer all these questions immediately. How much money can you earn? According to our strategy, this is the income table and time frame in Australian dollars, which is about 73 cents of US dollar if you need to do a conversion. After 4 weeks, you have the opportunity to earn $450 a month. This happens from that month onward. After 8 weeks, it can triple to $1,200 a month. After 3 months, it can reach $4,500 a month. After 6 months, all the way to $27,000 every month, all the way to $76,000 a month after 12 months, into the new millionaire. This is what you're in for. And the time is up to each individual, of course, so it's completely up to you. It can happen quicker, it can happen slower. This is according to our strategy. That's the timetable income frame. Excellent. How much it costs? The answer is, it is up to you. Our strategy can be applied by spending $1.75 per day, which is the cost of a bus ticket if you're very short in cash, to spending $3.75 a day, the equivalent of a coffee a day, all the way up to the optimum spending of a breakfast a day, which is about $15 per day. It doesn't matter to me. It is up to you and depending your financial situation. What difference does it make from those who spend $1.75 to those who spend $15 a day? Well, the income table I showed you earlier, it's more accurate for those spending $15 a day. Anyhow, the moment you start earning money, guess what? You too can afford the optimum $15 a day anyway. So it is up to you. Next, what I have to do. Here is the beauty of Be a Hero. We have created a 2-step process that you need to follow. And the moment you join, you'll be assigned a Hero Master, which could be me or someone else in the Be a Hero group who knows the in and outs of the Be a Hero strategy. So he or she will help you achieve the 2-step process all the way until you're fully independent. Does it sound good? Excellent. Now, let's move to the 4th question. Can you do it? Well, only at the end of the webinar you can come to a conclusion. On our side, we have made the strategy as simple as possible. In fact, can be done even by a teenager. By the way, if you are in fact under 18 and you want to join Hero, it can be done. Don't forget that you will also be assigned a Hero Master who will guide you throughout the way. At last, can I trust you? Again, this is the most important component of all. Since we are over the internet and you probably don't know me in person, I made this webinar based on facts, evidence, and a lot of reference. Earlier, I showed you our trademark and business registration, although in order to help you to make a decision with confidence, I will keep this webinar based on facts and evidence. If you have any question, of course, you can contact us. This is the Be a Hero World Operational Map. Even if our main office is in Australia, our strategy can be applied from all residents of these 19 countries. China is also part of our operational map, but because the Chinese regulation is slightly different, then our strategy needs to be adapted accordingly. So if you are from China and you're interested in Be a Hero, come forward and we will inform you accordingly. If you're not a resident of any of these countries, the only option I can think for you is to contact someone you know who lives in one of those countries. By doing a business contract between you two, you can get started. Again, contact us and we will be able to guide you accordingly. So, let's get into the specific of the Facebook effect. We spoke earlier about millionaires. Every 2.3 seconds there is a new millionaire in China and every 51 seconds in the USA. But where are they? Have they left any trail? How can we find them? Can we learn from them? The answer is yes, yes, yes. Now, who is this happy guy? Can you recognize him? I actually borrowed this picture from the front page of a business magazine. Anyway, my question is, what is he hiding under his business suit? It looks like a kind of a Superman style shirt with, you see what's written? Yes, it's written the next trillion. Now, why is that? Well, his name is Paul Zane Pilzer. It's a very successful economist, entrepreneur, New York University professor, and of course a multi-New York Times best-selling author. Now, this man is famous for many things, but in particular, he's the man who predicted the dot-com internet boom, he predicted the Go Direct Amazon boom, the wellness revolution boom, and those who follow his advice became new millionaires and some even billionaires. So you need to know that Paul Zane Pilzer is known as the genius in forecasting the future. Basically, it's being able to predict what will be the next economic boom. So, let's analyze further. If you go to its website, you can find out more. There are lots of his books and articles. You can read them if you wish to. But what is important is, if we look at one of his most famous books, The Wellness Revolution, it highlights this new booming industry, predicting that it will become the new trillion-dollar industry, the wellness revolution. In fact, is now a $3.4 trillion machine. So, if you make a simple research online, you will be able to find out this yourself. I look at various data. For example, I pull out, here is a screenshot of a study from the Global Wellness Institute. And why is this important? Well, it's imperative that you understand that to become wealthier, you must follow trends. You must go with the river flow. Another important trend that was very well explained by Professor Pilzer in this other book entitled God Wants You to Be Rich. He highlights here how the traditional retail business model is outdated and expensive. From the time a product is produced, think about your last pair of shoes you bought, to the time they get to you, has to go through a distribution cost, advertising cost, store cost, more profit cost, all these costs. And who is paying for all this? You. And if a product is very expensive, does that mean there is a great product? I don't think so. Look at this article I found about one of the latest James Bond movie. Can you read the title? It says James Bond, of course, the famous actor Daniel Craig, needs $5 million to hold a Sony phone while shooting the movie, and he still doesn't like it. Now, what does this mean? Everyone knows that is one of the many ways companies like Sony spend millions to make sure we buy their product, advertising. Now, think about it. Does this make the product any better because it's on the James Bond movie? No, it's all a big joke or some sort. And celebrities from movies industry, sport, etc. are paid millions by brands even if they may not even like them. So what Professor Pilzer writes about is that the trend is to go direct selling by bypassing all these middlemen and going direct from a manufacturing to customers. Cost drops significantly, of course, it's faster, more efficient, and if the product is good, you don't require much advertising, if even zero advertising. Now, what's very interesting is that when you add the trillion-dollar wellness revolution trend we talked earlier with the direct selling trend, something incredible happened, which made Pauls and Pilzer write another book called The Next Millionaires. And in this book, he explains why and how a vast amount of new wealth is going to be created, and many new millionaires will be created. So, after acquiring all this knowledge, my next question is, where are all these millionaires? And this is what I found. On the 28th of October 2013, in 6 major newspapers in Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Canada, Taiwan, and Mexico, there was a full-size picture which appeared in the paper exposing 242 millionaires from the same club. Now, the article displayed all name and surname of each millionaire, and what was incredible, what I found incredible, is that all these people became millionaires using the same method, which is exactly what Pauls and Pilzer talks about. Also, all of them were from the same company, and every month, on average, 2 new millionaires will join the club. In fact, now, as per November 2016, the club is made of 309 millionaires. Now, if you let me quickly open the presentation here, I still have saved all the details name by name. In fact, when I discovered this, I decided to travel to USA, Australia, and also New Zealand and meet some of his people, some of his members, attend their business meetings and find out more what exactly is that they do. So, here is what I discovered. I discovered that these millionaires follow the trends explained earlier by Pauls and Pilzer, yes, and something interesting, they do the same thing we do every day, but we just don't get paid. So what is this thing? Well, welcome to the Facebook effect. Let me ask you, how did you hear about Facebook? Think about it. Did a friend told you? Yes. And then after you joined Facebook, what did you do? After a few days, after you see what Facebook was all about, you most likely click the same link and invited your friends, right? Well, you may have not realized what your friend and you have done, which basically free advertising for Facebook. It is called word of mouth advertising. And if you ever take any class about business, you will learn that word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising. You must know that Facebook now has more than 1.4 billion users. It's one of the biggest databases in the world and in only a few years. Now, have you ever asked yourself how much is Facebook worth? Try to think, how much is Facebook worth? $100 billion. That is like saying 100,000 millions. Also, did you ever get paid by Facebook? Unless you work for them, the answer is no. Now, would you consider Facebook a friend? Of course, this is a joke, but remember, Facebook has become so big thanks to word of mouth. One friend telling another friend. Same like WhatsApp, Instagram, Pinterest, Uber. Now, this multi-billion dollars company in just few years. Why? Friend telling to another friend. Think about it. When was last time you recommended something? Like a restaurant, a movie, like Avatar, I loved it, Titanic. We do these things all the time. But what if, think about it, what if you can receive a word of mouth, let's call it bonus check, for every time you recommend something? Just think about it for a moment. If Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all these companies will pay you each time you recommended their program to a friend, wouldn't that be fair? So, do you know how much bonus checks you will be entitled to if you go back in the past? No one knew about Facebook. No one heard about WhatsApp. It was friend telling to another friend. Think about it. So I want to make you to realize one thing only, that your word has got more value than you think. Your word. So it's very valuable. Now, two main questions to ask now are, from whom these millionaires receive their bonus checks and how? So I went there and find out. They told me that they were working for a renowned public trade company. Now, what is a public trade company, first of all? Now, if you look up on the internet at Google Finance, for example, Yahoo Finance, there are lots of public companies in the market. You'll find, for example, Apple, McDonald's, Microsoft, Nike, which are all companies owned by people like you and I, or entities called shareholders who invest in them and buy a share or a portion of the business with the intention to invest their money. Anyone from the public, including you and I, can buy stock or share. So if you wish to do so today, for example, to buy one share of Nike, you will need about $51. Or if you prefer to buy one share of Apple, at the moment it's traded at $114 per share. I hope that this makes sense. So some stock companies are more expensive than others, of course. All it depends on the strategy of a company to attract investors. So if you see Microsoft $60 and Apple $114, it doesn't necessarily mean that Apple is better. These prices change daily based on manufacturers, based on market criteria, risk factors, growth, and so forth. Now, since we talk about Facebook, how much one stock of Facebook will be valued? Any guess? Now, on this day, Facebook is valued at $130 per stock. Now, we look at all this company on this list you can see in front of you, and the question is, does any of these public companies pays a bonus check? The answer is no, as far as I'm aware. But the question is, so for which company those millionaires that I showed you earlier receive their bonus check? Well, they receive their checks from a company called USANA Health Sciences. And here it is, which today, 27th October, one share is valued $131. A little bit more than Facebook. Now, beside the stock price, try to guess what is common about these two. Both grow thanks to word of mouth. An interesting fact I discovered that when logging into Facebook, you check your status, whereas when logging into USANA, you're entitled to check your bonus checks. Now you know that USANA Health Sciences, a very well-established public company, is the name behind the $1 Million Club picture I showed you earlier. And it is the company that creates 2 new millionaires every month. So the next question is, how can we become one of them? Let's learn a few more facts about USANA and I'll show you how it can be done. Firstly, here is a sketch of the opening bell in New York a few years ago in 2011 at the New York Stock Exchange. You can see here the founder of USANA, which is the gentleman with the white hairs, who is also a famous scientist, by the way, Dr. Maron Wentz. And next to him, you see the CEO of USANA, David Wentz, which were both invited as special guests on this particular day. Now, if we look more in details about USANA being a public company, lots can be found about its finance health, history, growth, etc. In fact, this is a screenshot from Yahoo Finance where show a massive growth of this company in the last 24 years. So from almost zero to $145 a stock is the actual growth. This is incredible. This is the things that you have to look for if you are an investor and you wish to invest in a company. These are some of the things that people look for. Not just the price, but actually the past, the future, or better, the past, the present, and the future. So on top of this, we know that USANA is also part of the wellness boom trend, exactly what Paul Pilzer was talking about. Now, if you look under the balance sheet as well, you can find out all about USANA revenue, profits, growth, and ratio. What I was impressed with was also that this company had zero total debt. Impressive. Why am I showing you this stuff? Because all this information about this company, which is the same one that creates 2 millionaires a month, are fact, not based on my opinions. It is evidence that you can check yourself and is available on the net black and white. So we're dealing with a highly regulated public company here. Now, after finding this information about USANA as a company on the stock exchange, I decided to research more about this word-of-mouth industry, which is mentioned by Paul Pilzer in the Next Millionaires book, but also other business people like Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't know who is Robert Kiyosaki, he's famous for being the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Also, Robert wrote a book, a complete book about the business of the 21st century, which is also called network marketing. In other words, it's a reward-based business where you get paid by spreading the word about product. Something that if Facebook or WhatsApp would ever do, reward you for having spread the word many years ago, you could probably stop working by now. Among my research, I asked myself if other great businessmen and investors know about this type of companies like USANA. And I found that Warren Buffett, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the most respected investors in the planet. And the brain behind Berkshire Hathaway, a company that if you want to invest in it, you will need almost $200,000 to buy one share. So Warren Buffett bought 15 businesses like USANA model, and he quotes, "is one of the best investments I ever made." End of quote. So before you take business or financial advice from your cousin or your neighbor or a relative, which is often the case unless these people are multi-millionaires, be careful on what kind of advice you're receiving. You see, lots of people have opinions for things they don't even know or fully understand because they haven't done their homework, or all they do is read Wikipedia instead of a financial review. So they haven't done enough research and tend to make conclusion that all network marketing companies are the same. It's like saying that all Thai restaurants are the same or things like that. This is pure ignorance. So when I say ignorance, I want to be accurate. I mean that it's their unwillingness to educate themselves further about the subject. Okay, if we look at network marketing worldwide, we find that it's $167 billion industry. This means that you have 2 times the chance to make it compared to the film movie industry if you want to be an actor, and 10 times more than the music industry. If not, if you're a video game fan, well, it will be 3 times more than the video game industry. Again, these statistics are facts, not opinions. That's why I'm giving it to you. So, I still hear people that think that network marketing is an illegal pyramid scheme, and it makes me laugh when I actually hear this. Now, it's a simple business model that rewards people for spreading the word. The same thing that brokers do when they advertise a house for sale, or affiliates do online by driving traffic to a website. Same thing. So, tell these people to educate themselves before commenting based on pure ignorance. Now, we can finally go into more details about why USANA. And this is what I found. Since it was founded to date, USANA was awarded 356 awards, ranging from best customer service to best practice to work, best innovation, best new product, most powerful CEO by Forbes.com. And by the way, CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer. Now, Usana also appeared in many magazines, was voted best of the best multiple times, and the founder and the CEO even wrote a New York Times bestseller book called The Healthy Home, which I read, by the way. Now, the founder of Usana, Dr. Mara Wentz, is actually known as the pioneer of human cell technology, and he even received an Albert Einstein Award in science. He's also being endorsed often by people like Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz, if you don't know who he is, he's a well-established celebrity. He has his own TV show, he won multiple Emmy Awards and was listed as Best Doctor of the Year. Now, by the way, below this presentation window, there is a link where you can watch Dr. Oz's endorsement about Usana. In the same section, you will find, if you wish, Paul's and Bill's short interview about the next millionaires, as well as Robert Kiyosaki's short video about the business of the 21st century, and even, if you wish, Richard Branson's feedback about the network marketing industry. Now, I'll be adding more useful links here to help you as they come to my mind. Now, Usana operates in all these markets, which you can see in this picture. In fact, this map is the same as our Hero operational map. So it's global, which means it multiples your chance of success and growth, since there are plenty more markets still to be opened. Excellent. Now, let's look at something very important. What products Usana? Do people like this product? Now, they have a multiple choice of healthy products. Let's start and begin with a healthy nutritional meal replacement, which you can see here, which are gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan-friendly of all kinds. Then, together with a multitude of tasty nutritional snacks bars, I noticed that more and more people are using these on-the-go meals before or after workouts. Often I see them at work as they are easy to carry and are healthy alternative to junk food craving, especially when traveling or if you don't have time to cook and clean, for example. Also, Usana created with those nutritional food a complete detox weight management plan for both losing weight or gaining, depending on each person's individual goal. I hear all the time, ladies that want to lose weight or a few pounds before summer, or the guy who wants to put some lean muscle in. Either way, in this page you see a section of Usana magazine where they feature on the top right corner Nancy Drew. She's an international winning athlete and fitness reporter. Down here, another very famous model. On the left, Obi Obidik, who is one of the 10 most influential fitness trainers in the world. On the bottom left corner, you also have a welterweight champions like Tim Bradley, Austin Trout. They are all users of Usana products. Now, let's go forward. Usana also produces digestive products such fiber, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. Here on the left, you see this lady smiling. She's Dr. Libby Weaver. She's a renowned nutritional biochemist. And I was fortunate enough to attend one of her seminars recently, where I met her and got one of her books autographed as well. Lovely, lovely person. Very, very knowledgeable. Usana also produces an energy drink called Rev3, very healthy formula for energy, used a lot by athletes. On top of that, Usana is well known to be a leader in multivitamin. You must know that their most famous product is called the Shell Essential. This formula has recently been upgraded to a multivitamin that not only nourish and protect human cells, but its ingredients contain some intelligent regeneration technology. Now, this is a breakthrough in science. It helps to regenerate human cells. No wonder the founder you saw earlier is a genius in cellular technology. By the way, the tennis player you see on the left is Sam Stosur. She's one of the many professional players in the Women's Tennis Association, the WTA, who is an official partner of Usana. Online, you find dozens and dozens of videos from many of these tennis players, which, by the way, are not getting paid to speak about Usana. They receive their favorite products for free. That's all. Why? You will discover it very soon. Another great product is called My Health Pack. It's a customized multivitamin that comes with your own name and is based on each person's health priorities. Usana creates an online health assessment that anyone can do, and based on that, it identifies your highest health risks. I recommend anyone to take this free online assessment because you'll be surprised what you can learn from it. Now, this lady on the left is Katie Keller. She's a famous personal trainer for celebrity and even a film actress. In fact, if we go to Google and type Katie Keller, you'll find her website, katiekeller.net. She's also run a TV show called Sunday Setup. If you scroll down her site, what do we find? Usana. In fact, she sponsors Usana in her website. If we go back to the presentation, You see her holding a health pack with her own name on it. Yes, that's her unique set of multivitamins. It's important to notice, in case you wonder, that because you have never heard about USANA or because you cannot find it in a normal shop, it doesn't mean that it's not well known. Actually, USANA becomes more and more famous by people telling other people. And in Hollywood, as you can see, it's already one of her favorites. If once again we can go on the net and type Paris Hilton, USANA, for example, let's see what happens. There you go. That's here, Paris Hilton signing the USANA board. There are hundreds of celebrities. Again, USANA doesn't pay celebrities for advertising. They will go broke if I had to pay each one of them instead. They make a simple rule. If you like their products, take it home and sign the USANA board. You saw before how George Clooney was paid $40 million by Espresso. Have a look at this page. So, to finish off this section very quickly, at last, you must know that USANA makes a range of individual vitamins to help target unique areas of the body. Could be joints, eyes, facial, heart, bones health, whatever. They have got also a multivitamin for kids of all ages. And if you're curious like me how USANA compares to other multivitamins, this is the book to buy. It is called The Comparative Guide to Nutritional Supplements. You can get a copy online, for example, in Amazon as well. It stacks 1,600 of nutritional supplements, from Swiss to Blackmore, etc. And this independent Canadian company called NutriSearch tests every year all brands and gives a full report to customers. USANA in this document is rated as a 5 golden stars. It doesn't end here. If you go and ask doctors and pharmacy about USANA, for example, in USA, this is what you will find. It is listed in the physical desk reference and also the CPS for pharmacists. If you ask the professionals, they will know what these two books are about. And at last, USANA makes a range of beauty care for all the body called Sensei. It's self-preserving, patent with active ingredients, contains natural botanicals, no parabens, and no harsh chemicals and preservatives. If you wish to learn more about the products of USANA, you can go to this blog, whatsupusana.com, and you can read all about it and learn heaps of good things. During our research here, on top of asking what products USANA makes, it's also important to identify who are the USANA customer and who uses their products. And this is what I found. USANA is used by professional champions, athletes from all disciplines. I like in this picture Manny Pacquiao and Tim Bradley, both in the ring fighting for the welterweight championships. And guess what? They are both USANA customers. These champions train intensively every day. Ask them how important is their nutrition. Now on the right you can see not only individual athletes but also a world team which is under the USANA nutritional sponsorship. There are over 1,000 athletes at the moment. They call themselves Team USANA. This is also a full website about them, www.usanaathletes.com. Let's see what we can find. 1,000 plus athletes. It has 497 Olympians, 132 Olympic medals, and 16 world titles, and this site gets updated every week. Why is that? You may wonder why. Well, here is the main answer. It's called Athlete Guaranteed, which you find here. In fact, if you click on Guarantee, you discover something extraordinary. Let's read here. If any of these athletes test positive for a banned substance as a result of taking USANA Nutritional, USANA will compensate the athletes up to $1 million. $1 million. This is another unique thing in the world that USANA does. My next question is, if it is good enough for 1,000 genuine athletes, will that be good enough for you and I? At last, if you quickly type on Facebook Team USANA, you find all the latest stories and testimonials. So once again, I'm giving you plenty of facts and evidence about what makes USANA so unique and remarkable in many ways. Fantastic. Give yourself a round of applause. I want to congratulate with you for having listened this webinar this far. Well done. This shows you that you are determined and you're serious in changing your future. We already covered many things and you've learned a lot of facts. Now it's time that I teach you the 2-steps process that put all this information together and shows you, by using the Be a Hero strategy, how you can start earning money and do what we love. Are you ready? I hope you are. Step 1. Like in Facebook, you need to open an account in USANA. It can be done online by inserting your credential, and once you enroll, you will receive a welcome letter, a starter kit in your own language, English and Chinese, or depending the country you are enrolling from. You receive a free website, an online office, access to the online health assessment, all for just $30 a year in Australia. If you're not in Australia, when you select your country, the system will automatically convert the starter kit to the right currency of your country. US dollars, Canadian, Mexican, whatever, the peso. It must be one of the countries from this world operational map I showed you earlier. By the way, any money you spend are refundable, including your starter kit, for example, so there is no need to worry. Now, once you're open the account, you can proceed to step 2. What is step 2? Step 2 requires you, everyone with an Usana account, to keep the account open or active. How do we do that? To keep the account active, everyone is required to order a minimum of 100 points worth of products a month. Products. In Australia, 100 points are achievable for the cost of about $7 per day. The same as buying one juice a day, basically. This is the minimum amount, 100 points worth of Usana products a month to keep your account active. So if you do 99 points in 1 month instead of 100, but 99, Usana for that month will not pay you any commission or bonus if you are entitled to. Then when you order another 100 points, you're automatically reactivated. So you need 100 points basically. As you can see, 100 points are pretty simple to achieve with just $7 a day. For those who are interested in earning more bonus checks or commission or faster, Usana then offers or requires a minimum of 200 points a month. That's about $15 a day, which is the cost of a breakfast a day. This is the hero strategy which I recommend. No, it's a recommendation. 200 points is a recommendation. But it is the optimum number that works best for the income projection strategy that I showed you earlier. 100 points is the minimum mandatory. 200 points is the optimum strategy. Now, how can someone afford it? Well, what you see here is an average cost expenditure for a normal person who has a breakfast, mid-morning and afternoon snacks and a coffee at a coffee shop, or when you're buying a vending machine, for example. Let's have a look. About $10 for a breakfast, $7 for a mid-morning snack, and about $8 for a juice and nuts bar in the afternoon. Without realizing it, every month you're spending $694 basically are gone from your pocket. That's about $25 a day. These almost $700 are zero tax deductible, and honestly, probably not the healthiest options anyway. If you want to get healthy food, it will most likely cost you double, doesn't it? This is to give you an idea of what many people do without often realizing it. Every time you buy something in the supermarket, you're making the supermarket rich. So start thinking about what are your options. What do I do at BEA HERO? Pay close attention. At Hero, I buy and consume the Usana products. For example, one of the Usana nutritional snacks I showed you earlier for breakfast, the healthy energy drink with a protein bar, a snack, for example, in the afternoon, or any other of Usana products from the beauty section, your hair, or whatever. And this is what I discovered. By simply correcting daily habits, I'm now saving money. I'm spending less than the previous example. By buying the Usana products, I basically own a business, and as a consequence, my nutrition is 100% deductible from tax. Of course, always have to check with your CPA in your country, but in Australia, and if you do have a business like this one, it is tax deductible. And the food itself and the products in general are a lot better and healthier than what's available in the supermarket or in the vending machines. Can you see the geniality behind this? Let me help you picture it better. Look at this comparison chart between these two cases. This is very important. Case 1. You go and do what everybody does, and you end up spending $25 a day, and what you get in return is a receipt saying thank you for shopping and most likely not premium food for your body. Case 2. You save yourself $10 a day, which is $300 a month. It is tax deductible, and since you're buying Usana products every month, guess what? You're reaching 100 or 200 points every month. Congratulations! Without having to spend any extra money, but actually by diverting your money from shopping at the coffee shop, from shopping at the supermarket, you're now accumulating points with Usana. You are remaining active and even saving $300 a month. Remember, you need a minimum of 200 points, which is about $15 a day, to be active for the optimum hero strategy. Although $7 a day will allow you to receive a bonus checks anyway. Now, if $7 is still too much for you, then you're entitled to share the cost with another person. Can be a friend, a business partner, your spouse. So now, to be eligible, is costing you $3.50 a day. Now, if also $3.50 is outside your budget, you can share the cost with more than one person. Let's say you're happy to split the $7 a day with 4 people. Your cost is now $1.75 a day. It's completely up to you. Let's recap your option. Your optimum hero strategy, which is your solo strategy if you want to call it that way, it's $15 a day, the cost of a breakfast a day. That's it. Or hero strategy, share with one other person, total of 2, $7.50 per person, the cost of a juice each a day. Cheaper options, $7 a day by yourself, or share, come down to $3.50 per day, 1 coffee a day each. And if you're really broke, or if you're really struggling, take the $7 a day divided by 4, for example. It can be 5, 6, 7 people, it's up to you. If 4 people, it comes down to $1.75 a day, the cost of a bus ticket a day. Because you share the costs, you must also share the products evenly. And when you get your bonus checks and commissions paid to you, you must share them equally. So if you are 2 people, for example, when you run online, the application will ask you to insert an applicant and a co-applicant. As you can see in the screenshot, if there are more than 2 people involved, then you can make and sign an agreement between all applicants. I recommend to do this in writing and to agree to evenly share the cost, the products, and the bonus checks. Everything has to be even. Again, it's up to you. Once you start earning money, you will be able to afford it anyway. Now, let's move to the best part, how to get paid. How to receive a bonus checks. I've worked it out, the in and outs of Usana bonus checks logarithm, and came up with the simplest, most effective, and less time-consuming formula. Then, if you follow it the best you can without breaking the rules, you will achieve great results and great income. So let's take a look. The hero strategy is made of 2 steps. Step 1, you must share hero with 4 other people. 4, only 4. Understand? Not 3 and not 5. You need 4. 4 people, 4 that like you, watch this presentation, learn about hero, and if it all makes sense and they trust, remember, trust is everything, they trust this information, they too will join Usana, like I hope you are, and begin their millionaire journey. So, step 1, share hero with 4 others. Step 2, help these 4 repeat step 1. Remember, help your 4 new heroes do what you just did. That's it. That's it. Like when you first joined Facebook, what did you do? You upload some photos of you and invited your friends to join Facebook too. People telling people. Here, the strategy requires 4. Now, let's see what happens if you follow my advice. Let's say that you have opened an account in Usana. This is you. You have ordered your Usana products, and you're now eligible to receive a bonus check for sharing the word. So let's make a projection that you join today, and after 1 week of sharing the webinar, sharing our hero lifestyle, our videos that you saw, one person like you likes hero and likes the whole concept about Usana and the opportunity to earn money this way. What will happen? After 1 week, Red, for example, also joins hero thanks to you. Congratulations! Big applause. Now, you're so happy and pumped up because you only have 3 more to go. So after another week, Blue also joins hero, thanks to you. But wait a minute. Also Red, who joined a week ago, finds his first hero, Red number 2. Let's call it that way. How many people you have in your team now? 3. Well, when you reach 3 people, including you will receive $50 bonus check into your bank account. When? Every week on Friday. Usana pays out everyone bonus checks. Does that make sense? On week 3, now that you're even more excited, you find your 3rd hero. Let's call this person Yellow. Meanwhile, Red finds Red 3, Blue finds Blue 2, and Red 2 finds Black. All we're doing is adding 1 extra hero from every current member. How many are in your team now? 7 heroes. Well done. As a reward, you will receive that week another $150. And do you want to know what is incredible? That while you receive $150 that week, Red Hero Your first hero that joined 2 weeks ago, he or she will also receive $50 in bonus check. Both of you receive a check that week. Let's continue. On week 4, I guess you're very excited, and a fourth hero joins. This time, let's call him or her Green. Meanwhile, everyone else in your team is repeating the same step you did, one person a week. How many would you have in your team by the end of the week? Total of 15. And guess what? You now receive your first $250 bonus check that week. Remember, if it wasn't for you and your team member, none of these people will know about USANA. So you are becoming the new George Clooney of USANA, or Agent 007 Daniel Craig from Sony, and so on. Thanks to you, USANA has been able to promote the products, and you, your team, are getting the rewards. Not only from receiving premium quality products, but also from being an agent, an ambassador of USANA brand. Is not a that difficult concept to understand, but for some people might take some time. Let's see. In the 4th week, while you receive $250, Red receive another $150, Blue also receive $50, and Red also receive $50, and the journey will copy yours. At that point, end of week 4, you have found 4 heroes. You stop. Let me repeat. At that point, end of week 4, because you found your 4 heroes, you stop. You have completed step 1. So, 4 people is all you need to do. According to the hero strategy and the hero projection, this is what will happen. Step 2 is to help your 4 heroes do what you just did. Find the respective 4. You can call your 4 heroes, your 4 aces, whatever. Remember, 4 is all you need. Let's look at the transaction in your bank account, money out versus money in, shall we? Let me help you to picture this even further. To open an account, you spend, remember, $30, and you get your products according to the hero optimum strategy, because remember, I'm showing you this projection based on the optimum strategy. You order $15 worth of a product a day for 1 month, which is what? 28 days. That's how it's calculated, 1 month, which is the equivalent of 4 weeks. And you spend a total of $450. Meanwhile, during the same period, you receive your bonus check of 50, remember, plus the 150, plus the 250, a total of $450 in checks. The result is you have already break even. Your new business paid off in 4 weeks. And did you hear that I use the word business? Yes. You must now know that USANA income in Australia, for example, and as well in many other countries, is a business. It's considered a business. And it is classified, in fact, as a home-based business. Yes. Why? Because you're receiving income online, from home, basically. You don't have a location somewhere else. It's actually from your home, from your computer, for example. So it moves where you move. So being a business, in Australia, for example, as well as in other countries, you are entitled to claim deduction costs from your tax. If you're not familiar with this concept, because you have never had your own business before, it's okay. At BEA HERO, we can share with you the essentials about tax deduction and what questions to ask to your accountant. Remember that you will be assigned a hero master to help you all the way anyway. So I had a lot of questions at the beginning to ask, and no one was there to help me. Now you have me and all my team that we're able to help you and to assist you and guide you the right way. Anyhow, to give you a common example, if you went to visit one of your hero team members by car or a potential customer, whatever, you can claim the cost of your car trip, your fuel, your insurance, or a proportion to the usage of your car related to hero. The same implies for usage of your phone, your internet, if you have an office at home, for example. Also, your USANA products, your nutrition is also tax deductible. Remember, if you don't purchase 100 points or 200 points every month, you're not entitled to commission. So this is considered as like a subscription to it. Does that make sense? So products are mandatory to remain active. So you will soon realize that having a business in Australia, as well as in many other countries, is of huge benefits for tax deduction, which in other words means more money back into your pocket. Now, let's continue to income projection. Step 2 involves your 4 heroes to find their 4. And therefore find their 4 as everyone completes step 2 of a hero strategy. What will happen to your team after 2 months? Let's take a look. Your team will be made of 20 heroes in about 2 months. Why? Each of you 4 heroes find 4. 4 plus 16 equal 20. You will receive by USANA a combined total bonus check of $1,120 for that month. This income will continue month after month as long as you have 20 heroes active in your team, all ordering USANA products according to the hero strategy. Now the $1,120 as all this currency, I'm using Australian dollars here, which sometimes it fluctuates every year based on currencies. So they could be slightly different depending when you're watching this presentation, but pretty much the essential is this, and I'll be surprised they change much. Sometimes they tend to go more, sometimes a little bit less. After 3 months, as your 20 people continue to share hero, it will cause another 64 new members to join your team. Your 20 plus 64 new equal 84 heroes in your team now. At that point, your income from USANA bonus checks will reach $4,500 every month. This income is the equivalent of a full-time job, working 50 hours a week at $22.50 per hour. That's working more than 8 hours a day, 6 days a week for 4 weeks with only 1 day off. Have no time for yourself besides work to bring home $4,500 in 1 month. I hope you can see the difference here. While you at Hero, by applying simple business principle and by applying and sharing the right strategy, which I've just told you, step 1, step 2, you can basically stop working if you want. This is, friends, the power of leverage. Something that millions of people, too busy or too skeptic about opportunities like this one, that the world has to offer, people who are too narrow-minded sometimes and miss out on every Monday to Saturday, what they do is work. I hope I'm getting your attention. Now, it doesn't end here. At the end of month 4, your 84 teammates will bring another 256 new members to the team, reaching a total of 340. USANA will send you in your bank account a total of approximately $15,960 every month. That's $191,520 a year. This income is probably the salary of a politician, lawyer, successful business owner, or even a doctor who has been studying for at least 10 years before reaching this level of income, without mentioning that in USA, for example, less than 25% of the population reach this level of household, and less than 10% of people in Australia. How is it possible that you, by simply buying few USANA products a month, and instead of eating breakfast at the coffee shop, you instead take advantage of a hero strategy, and after 4 months, you have the possibility to reach the top income earners in your country? Think about it. This is what Paulsen Pilzer has been preaching on his books about 10 million millionaires, the direct selling industry, and the fact that a company like USANA choose not to pay actors, not to pay celebrity, not to pay for all these millions in advertising, but instead save millions by being online instead in a retail shop. So they can pay you, the person who has been spreading the word, like an agent. Remember that when I told you that your word is very valuable? I hope I'm getting in your head right now. Let's continue. What will happen at the end of month number 5? If everything continues to flow properly, your team will reach a total of 1,364 heroes, and in your bank account you will receive ongoing bonus checks of $222,850 every month. That's approximately $274,000 income per year. This qualifies you under the definition of ultra-rich person. In Australia, this makes you less than 1% of the population, 2% of the population in the United States. This income is in Australian dollars, and depending when you're watching this webinar, as I mentioned earlier, there could be some fluctuation in the exchange rate in USANA. Sometimes in Australia we get paid more, sometimes a bit less. It varies depending on the exchange rate between US dollars and Australian dollars, or peso, or Canadian, whatever you are, euro. Anyhow, the substance is the same. Once you reach $274,000 a year, it's up to you if you want to earn more. With 4 heroes, $274,000 is the maximum income you can reach, without taking into account any bonuses that USANA pays on top of it. Yes, you hear right, bonuses. USANA rewards leaders like you that grow their business with fully paid holidays, cruises all around the world. So what you see here is the images of some of the most recent trips. Usana gives away big prizes and gifts and even cash benefits every year. Rewarding people is one of Usana core strengths. No wonder it has been voted as best place to work so often. Also, one of the main bonuses worth mentioning is called the lifetime matching bonus. What is it? Well, there is a good video that explains it all, but the essence is that on top of your income, Usana, if you follow our hero strategy, will pay you a percentage of your 4 heroes' income. On top of that, let me give you an example. Since you introduce Usana to your 4 heroes, remember your 4, you can receive up to 15% of their commission bonus checks. So, for example, if your team member Red, after 3 months, earns $4,500 a month, you can receive up to 15% of $4,500 a month, which is $675 every month. On extra, this is extra, $8,100 a year on top of your bonus checks. So whatever they get, you get a piece of their cake as well. This is on top of your current income. If your blue team member, for example, after 4 months also earns $15,960 a month, if you follow our strategy, you will receive an extra bonus of $2,394 a month on top of your current checks. That's 15% matching bonus. For how long would you receive those bonus of 50%? For how long? For the rest of your heroes' business lives, your 4 heroes' business lives. So not for 1 month or 1 year, for life. Why? Why would Usana give away so much bonuses for life? Why? Because, listen carefully, it's the essence of this business that you look after your 4 heroes and do your best to help them share Usana. Remember step 2? So help your 4 heroes. Well, I'm glad to tell you, when you do and you follow the hero strategy I show you, you will receive those huge bonus checks. I can go on forever with how many bonus checks Usana pays. It pays also a leadership bonus, an elite bonus, so I can go on and on explaining what they are, although we don't have the time today, and it's not the most important thing right now. First, you will need to join Hero, and step by step, your Hero Master will explain to you how to qualify for those bonuses. So, let's close the bonuses parenthesis. In this webinar, I promised you I was going to demonstrate you how to become a millionaire, right? So here is what you need to do. If you wish to increment your income, what will happen after 6 months? Well, you need 3 new teammates in your team that you introduce to Usana. So you already had 4 before. Well, if you share it with an extra 3, total of 7 heroes, your income, couple of months later, will reach $43,205 a month. That's more than $518,000 a year income. Why? How is this possible? Simple. Your 3 heroes, as I shared Usana in the same way your other 4 did previously, your bonus check will increase. After 10 months since you joined Hero, if your $518,000 income is not enough, you can, if you wish, reach more income. Go further. What do you have to do? You'll need to introduce Hero to 3 new teammates for your income to reach $52,355 a month. That's more than $628,000 income a year. And if your teammates follow step 1 and step 2, after 1 year since you joined Hero, your income will reach more than $76,000 a month. That's $19,000 every week in your bank account. Or if you prefer, $912,000 a year. In no time after this point, you will become a new millionaire. Congratulations. Usana will add you to the Millionaire Club, which on average, as I showed you earlier, 2 new millionaires join the club every month. It might not be easy to picture this in such a short time, although this is the pure mathematics, step 1, step 2, and the leverage effects. Now, if it's going to take longer, will it still be worth it? If instead of taking 4 months to earn an income of $191,000 a year, it's going to take double the time, will it still be worth it? Think about it. In your current job, how long will it take to reach an income of $191,000? How long will it take? What about $274,000 a year? How long will it take? Most jobs don't even pay more than $50 an hour. Imagine what your life will be like if instead of working 6 days a week, you will be able to enjoy what you love the most. What would you spend your time with? What places would you visit? What would you do to give more meaning to your life? This is what Be a Hero is all about. So, I have 3 questions for you. Question number 1. Is this simple to understand? Do you think that if you watch the presentation another time, take some notes perhaps, would you understand what I share with you? I hope it has been simple to understand. If not, tell me, and I'll do my best to make it even simpler to comprehend, with more evidence and facts if you need. Especially for those young people out there, which I'm looking forward to connect. Those of you with no business experience who can become new self-made millionaires and financially independent. Question number 2. Is this achievable? In your head, I'm sure at some point you have been asking yourself, can I do this? Is that too much of a hard work? Will I have time? Do I have the skills? Only you can answer those questions. All I can tell you is that if you have Facebook and invited your friends to join, if you told your friends how great Titanic or Avatar movie was, nothing stops you from sharing Hero as a way out or solution for a better life. At last, is this real? Yes. The people, the facts, the videos, the picture, the data. I did my best to base this webinar against facts and lots of transparency. In fact, the main points of all this presentation comes down to one question. Are you ready? How much is your word worth? Think about it. How much is your word worth? Your word is worth millions. Never forget the Facebook effect. Now, let's conclude this webinar with the Hero effect. It's up to you. Up to your budget how to get started with Hero. If you wish to save money from your breakfast and invest $15 a day in using the USANA products, that's all you need to do to get started by yourself. If you can't say no to your coffee, bacon and egg every morning, then another alternative is to share the cost and the products with another person, about $7 a day each. It's up to you. Both of them will qualify you for the Hero strategy. If you're looking for a cheaper option by yourself, that's $7 a day, or you can share with as many people as you wish. If you have a family of 4, that would be a cost of a bus ticket a day, $1.75 per day. In one way or another, you should be able to afford it and start your journey to earn what you're worth, as I showed you earlier. Again, it is up to you. Some questions I often get asked are you going to help me? Of course, at every new hero will be assigned a hero master who will follow you through, step by step. It's important not to make it complicated. Keep it simple. Simple. That's the magic word. Order your products, use them, and follow step 1 and step 2. That's it. Another question I get asked, what about training? On our site, you will have access to our member area. Here, it contains lots of videos about the products, how to order the products, how payments are calculated, etc. Do you need to know it? No, unless you want to become a hero master or you're curious about how healthy USANA products are for your body. What's important is to keep it simple. I want you to spend your time enjoying life, because if you start studying all about Hero and USANA, then your heroes will think that they have to do the same and realize that they don't have the time. That's a mistake in my experience. My question is, do you spend time making yourself breakfast a day? Yes. Do you spend 5 minutes every day preparing your coffee or tea? Yes. Well, that's where you should invest your time. Eat, drink, and enjoy the USANA products. And tell whoever you know and whoever you want to how simple it is to earn bonus check in this way. Simple. Please, don't make the common mistake to overload yourself. There are no magic words on how Facebook, WhatsApp, Uber became a giant company. You simply use Facebook, liked it and share it, and keep using it. WhatsApp, you use it, you liked it, you share it, and keep using it. And same thing for Uber. If you wish to improve your persona, then this is what I recommend to listen while you're driving to work or watch during your lunch break is the Hero Life Masters. That's a foundation. In here you learn how to achieve your full potential. I totally recommend that in your spare time. And once again, it's completely free. My gift to you. So, what did you learn today? How to become a millionaire for the cost of a breakfast a day. And I gave you all the facts. So are you here to change your situation? Can you see how this business will help you? When do you want to change? If a friend, a colleague has sent you this webinar, please get back to them. Ask them questions. He or she is there to help you. If you're ready to join now, congratulations. Below this video webinar, on the same page, you find the Join Hero link. This will take you to a new page with a video tutorial on how to enroll. And just below this tutorial, you will find the Open Account link. After opening the account, you receive your unique USANA ID, a welcome pack, and the products you choose will arrive via express post to your address. If you don't know what products to order, take a look at the products brochure, or you can undertake the health assessments down here. These are all links to help you get an idea if you want some help. I've also put together a product package depending on your budget. Here you will find the link to the Hero Life Master Program too, so make sure to check it out if you like. Officially, you can start sharing Hero straight away, and your Hero Master will get in touch with you to help you through this process. That's it. In closing, on behalf of all the Hero team, I want to thank you, wish you all the best. It has been a privilege to be able to serve you, and I'll be looking forward to meet you in person. My best advice is, be a hero.